Great Scott, guys! We have to.
What the hell was that?
What the fuck was that?
I mean, it started off really good, but then it just, oh god.
So what? You were going for Doc Brown from Back to the Future, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Wait a minute.
It was like Doc Brown taking a bong rip from the future. That's what it was.
Isn't that a little
Great
racy?
Scott, guys.
Great Scott.
You're going as Doc Brown.
God damn it.
I thought about that like 10 minutes ago. Just didn't say anything.
But that's who I am. I like to bring it. I like to bring it forward. Bring it up.
I think you should. I think yes, you should.
So you were gonna tell us to what? So you're gonna tell
to the DeLorean.
You were gonna tell us.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh, I can do this. I was pretending to act at some point in my life. All right, let's do it. Okay, hold on.
We're still doing it.
Oh,
it's still going on.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're just waiting on you. No pressure or
Okay,
anything.
hold on.
I'm gonna say we'll fix it in post when we all know full well I'm not gonna fix it. In post.
You know what would be great? If I just go back to the good old days where I used to play games.
What's that, Doc Brown? You're saying that that we should get in the DeLorean? You're asking 3 fat guys and a skinny guy to get into a DeLorean? Yes. You think the you're a fucking scientist. You think the physics of that are gonna work? What, you want us to go back and see Pong? You want us to go see Pong, Doc Brown? Fuck you!
And I am the Terminator from the future. Get to the chopper. We're going to go see the next generation of the video game consoles. Yeah.
Wait.
I love how every Arnold Schwarzenegger impression just ends with.
There's 2 Arnold impressions. There's the over the top, which is funny. That and then there's like the more nuanced, realistic, where he's like, seriously, you have to come with me. Right
But
now.
I'm the new doctor, and I got to take you all back in time to see new things and stuff. We're gonna go take a trip down retro memory lane, and I need 3 companions and Matt to come with me.
You sound like Moss of the IT crowd.
He truly was the villain of the piece.
Utilizing Voodoo Protocol, Matt in the Man Cave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt Howe, Brook and
What, you want us to go back and see Pong? Hello, everybody! Hey, everybody! Welcome to the Retro Matt in the Man Cave podcast. Hey, everybody! How you doing? How you doing? I'm Matt Howes.
And I'm Chase Austin.
Man, Brook Cubs.
I'm Lemar, the one afro ninja.
Hey, you gotta put that finger up when you're dancing, boy. It's not dancing without a finger in the air.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
And we are Matt in the Man Cave.
What?
This is... Well, I can wait. This is the Pioneer Retrocast. We're going to start doing one of these every month. At the beginning of the month, the first Saturday of every month, we're going to record it, so it'll be up that Saturday or Sunday. And we are going to be doing this as a way to keep our content fresh, because if we keep telling you about the same spots that we progressed every hour in a video game, it's going to get a little boring. So we're going to go back, give us some time to play some other video games. We're doing this one because none of us are going to be around after Thanksgiving. So we're doing this as pre-recorded. It's going to be popped up. So we just going to throw it up the day after, or the weekend after Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about some of our favorite retro games, our top 5 games to be thankful for.
5-ish.
This is our Thanksgiving cast. Turkeys, what?
Gobble, gobble.
Give me some gobble.
Yo.
I guess we should dive right into it.
Yeah, just go right into it. Who's
dive into it.
Who's got a game in their head right now?
My favorite is when we say we're going to dive right into something and then spend 10 minutes dicking around and then we get into it eventually. I'll open the floor. Have any of you all played a game called Super Mario RPG?
I've seen
None
it
of you
played.
have-
I've seen it played. I never owned it.
I watched
I'm
the
in the
Let's
same
play.
boat as
Yes.
Brooke here.
My God, Super Mario RPG was legendary. Straight up, so I didn't get into RPGs until Final Fantasy VII. A lot of people didn't get into RPGs until that point. But after I got into them from Final Fantasy, I was fucking hooked. So I all of a sudden at the same place, my buddies, I didn't have any of these consoles, so I went to my buddy's house to play them, and he had Super Mario RPG. And I'm like, what is this game? I love Mario. Everybody loves Mario, you know? And I'm playing it, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's role-playing, turn-based battles. It's there's a deep storyline to it. It's another weird, why is Mario in this situation since he's just a plumber thing, but you have to glaze over
He's
that.
also been a doctor. So.
There's leveling, there's different weapons, there's different armors, different outfits. It's a well-rounded game. I actually purchased it again on the Wii a long time ago when I had a Wii. I downloaded it for the Virtual Console. It is for sale, and it is a phenomenal, well-done game. You guys never played it?
No.
No, I've only seen it played.
Right.
Well, it starts off. You're in your little, the little fucking. I'm in a little hut, a house somewhere, and you go and Princess Peach had been kidnapped or some shit like that, and you go to Bowser's castle, and it's just this kind of start of a normal game. It's 3D. Compared to the 2D side scroller, it's not 3D, but
It was cutting edge at its time.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
was
how I could draw a cube on a sheet of paper.
right. I put those lines going diagonal, and it
The
looked
idea of 3D.
It was not a side scroller, so it was a whole open world. And you go Bowser, and you jump over the little thing, and you're like, oh, bip, 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 and all the fun little coin noises and jumping noises are in it. And you
The
go
coin noise.
and you
That's
basically
why I play a Mario game right there is the coin noises.
the coin noises fucked with my other podcast.
His first podcast, his producer used that coin noise instead of bleeps
and
to
it was
bleep out
they
swearing.
didn't audio
Really?
balance it, so it was so loud.
so
People
loud.
were complaining that it blew their.
Hey,
eardrums
that's just
out.
something you're gonna look back on in 3 years and be like, you remember when we
I don't
did
have
that?
to look back on it because it wasn't Matt in the man cave. Boom. But
it was a cave-in, but
it
the
was,
worst.
It
kind
was
of
the
cave-in.
bad form of cave-in. So you go and you fight Bowser. Same thing. Attack him. If he attacks you, attack him, and then you're up in a fucking chandelier, and there's a chain chomps or what are holding the chandeliers in place. So you realize halfway through you gotta attack the chain chomp, so it drops the chandelier, and as you're falling, it crashes and you get thrown out. This giant sword comes down from the sky, surrounded by 7 stars, and it sheaths itself in Bowser's castle, expelling you to different parts of the world. And it's called Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. As for most of those, you're going on a journey to collect the stars, and you're trying to stop Smitty, which is the name of the sword that came down from the sky. No reason why he's a
It's only
sword.
7 Dragon Balls, 7 Halo rings.
7 is a lucky number, I believe.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And either lucky number 7.
Sure.
3 sevens on gambling, whatever.
Yeah.
I know things. But, so, that's how the game starts. You go through the boss fights were epic. The music was really well done. And it honestly, I could go back and play it right now and be just as enthralled with it as it was before. The characters, each of the... you have, I think 4 or 5 characters you can cycle between. Each one has a rich backstory. It's a deep game. I would highly suggest anybody who has a Wii, and I believe the Virtual Console carries over to the Wii U, to download it, to play it. What do you guys got? Anyone?
All right, I'll
Marco?
jump in.
Bueller?
I know I'm going really old school, but I adored Duck Hunt. For those,
I'm sorry, you can't use language like that on the podcast.
I'm sorry, I adored Duck Hunt. For those of you who are younger than 20, on the original NES, you got cartridges of the original Super Mario Brothers.
That's what the meme was. This was my Call of Duty. And it shows a picture of the light gun and the NES controller with Duck Hunt.
my
I'm like,
God.
that's what
Yes.
it was.
See, I know what you're talking about.
And then you got, and then Duck Hunt was a second game, and you had this light gun. It was amazing because at the time, it was super hard, and it was a very simple game. Shoot the ducks. You would have 3 ducks. They'd come out of the bush. and you have to shoot the ducks, and you have to shoot a certain amount of ducks to continue, and you'd have this little asshole dog that will go like, "You fucked up if you didn't shoot the duck."
He'd come up and he'd laugh at you. He would rise from the back of the thing and he'd laugh at you. You've ever played that?
Oh,
Chase?
Duck Hunt? I
Yeah,
want to say yes, but no, I have never.
I will
It's okay.
show
Never
you.
played Duck Hunt.
It's not exactly like the fucking end of the world, but I
But
will
it's such
show
a
you.
classic. I feel like I need to.
I'll show you some video. Oh, sorry, a let's play of Duck Hunt would probably be about 45 seconds worth of Duck Hunt.
Probably.
Like it's just the same level over and over and over again.
You know what? I went to Anime Expo this year, and they had a retro area, and they had Duck Hunt there. And I got to like level 23 on that freaking Duck Hunt game. I remember when I was a kid, I couldn't pass level 6. It was really bad. But my thing about Duck Hunt is I love Duck Hunt because, one, the technology of it was so amazing. The gun is just a camera. And if you pull it, the screen flashed. And during that flash, it will turn, whatever was the target would turn white. And whatever was not the target would turn black. And if your gun was pointed at a white area, it would register the hit. Which at the time, which is early 90s,
Revolution.
was revolutionary.
It's actually sad they never did anything else with the light gun. It was specifically made for Duck Hunt, and that was early on in the NES's
Well, you can
career.
also
That's typical in arcade games, though. Too,
yeah,
right?
but the thing is, you can say that paved the way for a lot of arcade games.
Right,
For
true.
Time Crisis,
But as far as like home consoles,
it was
really
that and
come
Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's
Because
Island.
Yoshi's Island had a freaking bazooka that did the same thing. It was this big
I played
monstrosity.
Yoshi's Island. I don't remember that.
The original one?
No, which one was it called? There was it was a Yoshi game.
You're not talking about the N64 version.
No, this is NES.
Okay.
This is NES. There was it looked like a bazooka. It was the length of your arm, and it's a rail gun game, and you're riding Yoshi shooting shit.
Yeah, never played that.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I wish I had
That's
that
great.
growing up.
I never played that one, but yeah, I definitely loved them shooters.
Yeah.
Them first shooters. That popped up that led the way for fucking Wii. Think about that. NES, way back in the day, the first Nintendo console was like, okay, we're going to have this thing, and it's plugged in, and we're going to shoot the screen, and it's going to register where I'm shooting. And now we have games that can detect our motion. There are games out there that can take your face and plaster it onto, like, retro
A lot of
out.
sports games now.
That they can put it on, all the movements and shit that you do. Like, motion capture is now a thing that you can do at home.
Dude, now Just Dance registers you dancing from your phone. You keep your
Really?
phone. The new Just Dance, you hold your phone in your hand.
Hold the phone.
Yes. And it plays just like a Wii. It registers your movement based on the gyroscope of your phone.
I love it.
No way. And do you have to sync it to the console that
Yeah,
you're
there's
using?
some type of way of syncing.
like a
Like you have to do the
companion
same
app.
Wi-Fi.
That
or
is
something.
ridiculous.
It's like a companion app,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
But I just want to say like that I love that game because it paved the way to so much others.
What do you got for us, Brooke Harris? Brooke, don't want Afro Ninja.
What?
Don't want Afro,
It's
Brooke.
never gonna wear off now. I know that. First console I ever had was the Super Nintendo, and it came with Mario All Stars, but it also came with Super Mario World.
I remember All
So
Stars.
fuck All
Which one was
Stars.
All Stars?
All Stars was like the first 4 games for the original Nintendo.
Yes.
It
That was all
also
combined to be played on the Super
It
Nintendo.
also gave you the Lost Levels, which was what was supposed to be Super Mario Brothers 2, but they decided.
Oh, that was that creepy flying Peach one, wasn't
No,
it?
that was Super Mario Brothers 2. Actually, Lost Levels, because there's a game. It's called Super Mario: The Lost Levels. That came on Super Mario All Stars.
All
Stars,
Stars.
yeah.
all the stairs.
And that was actually supposed to be Super Mario 2, but it never made a port to America. That's what
Yes.
Super Mario 2 in Japan was. Super Mario 2 in America was actually a game that was not at all a Mario game. Nintendo bought this failed game from some other company and then replaced their sprites with Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. And they just played the game. That's why you're fucking flying over whales and picking up turnips and throwing things. Like, shit that makes no sense. Yes, they worked turnips into Super Mario Brothers 3 in the slideshow thing.
Right.
But yeah. But what were
so
you... So you weren't playing All-Stars.
So All Stars, All Stars was cool, and I know that like the original Mario games were really influential for most people, but for me, it was Super Mario World. what is there to say about it? It's just fucking awesome. The music's still catchy. I was
It had a world
humming
map?
it earlier. It had the world map. Had the little. I loved all the different Bowser bosses that you had to fight throughout the whole thing.
I love when you beat a level, the road builds. Bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, bloop,
Oh,
bloop.
that was great.
Oh, I just dinged. I remember it now. Oh god, yes.
Bowser's flying around in a giant clown car helicopter.
Yeah. I love
I
Bowser.
hated that freaking thing.
I mean, Bowser realistically is the worst at his job. Like, he fails
Constantly. Constantly.
often and dramatically.
Oh, and then you could do 2-player with it too because you had
Yep.
your buddy play Luigi whenever you died.
And I think at that point, it was one of the Mario games where it wasn't even, he wasn't really Luigi. He was dubbed Luigi later on. He was just Green Mario.
Right.
And I think it was that one.
I think so.
Yeah. So you hit select and you add 2 players and you switch over to Green Mario, but who is later introduced to us as Luigi in the later games.
Yeah.
And that is Luigi's introduction.
I believe
the franchise?
I
so.
don't remember him in the original.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
NES
Green
games.
Mario made his first appearance in Mario Bros. The game with the spinies where you jump and you flip them over. There was the POW block, and
Yes.
you run this way on the bottom. You show up on the other side of the screen. That's where Green Mario first appeared because Luigi was an actual character in Super Mario 2, the shitty one that was dubbed over. And the first time that you actually got to play them was you were red and green Mario. You were just the Mario
Was
Brothers.
Yoshi
Oh, wow.
introduced in Super Mario World?
Yoshi was
yes.
introduced.
Yeah, because you'd
in-
ride him around and
Yes.
that was fun.
Yeah, he wasn't in any of the other ones.
Yeah.
But no, I loved Super Mario.
Yeah,
World.
that was like the first one for me. It was really
Kick ass.
awesome.
Right. Chase.
Now, I'm a little bit younger than you guys, but I never had really any time with any of those games that much. I only watched people play them. But
I watch people play games. That's my thing. You think Twitch is cool because you can watch people play games? I watch people watching people on Twitch.
Game watchception.
Yeah, I'm outsourcing.
I try to go out and live my life, but I'm still here with you guys, so it's not working out.
You're
an
doing a
illusion,
great
man.
job.
You're just
doing
part of
it,
the
bro.
Matrix, man.
You're
Just
doing
get
it, bro.
used
You're
to it.
doing a terrific job. What do you got?
But no, the game that I got is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, I have a special memory with Conker's Bad Fur Day. There was nothing other than, of course, the cleavage
sexy
from
flower.
the sexy flower and the really fat king that you run, the bumblebee king that you
Show
run
of
into.
hands. Who jacked off to that flower? You won't be able to see it outside the radio. But show of hands. Who got a little frisky to the flower? Huh? Come on. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, there's no
Brooke did.
hands.
He was the only one who raised his hand.
Only one who raised his hand. Come on, Brooke. No, but my memory associated
think
with
I
that
ever
game was just I remember walking into the Blockbuster because those existed then.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's,
kids.
that's a dated
Well,
sentence.
Well, this is a retro.
You're not that old.
This is
if
a
you
retro
remember that.
podcast.
Or not that young. if you remember.
Well, I remember walking in and my mom looking at this first game that she saw walking in. It was Conker's Bad Fur Day, and she's like, "Oh, it's a cartoon. Why is it rated M? I'm gonna give it to my kid."
Super racy.
And brought it back to the house, and I played it throughout the night. It had the best multiplayer mechanics. The story was great. I mean, you can get together with all 4 of your friends.
Oh yeah, there was a battle mode in
Yeah,
there, right?
you would be the teddy bears who were just mirrors of Nazis, and
Yeah.
then the squirrels who were just mirrors of the GIs. They would fight with 2 forts on opposite ends of the map, and you guys would just have a force on force battle. That's what got me into multiplayer gaming, and that game also single-handedly got me into RPGs
Yep.
for the first time. Conker's Bad Fur Day was
Nice.
I never
the
played
shit.
that one, but I remember he was in Diddy Kong Racing.
yes,
Right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That was
And
my
then-
experience with Conquer.
There you go.
And fun fact, Conker's Bad Fur Day, the cartridge for N64 is considered one of the rarest games to find for Nintendo 64.
Well, we're giving away 100 of them on our podcast today.
Yes, we killed so many people to find these cartridges. So
To clarify, we're not giving anyone anything ever until I
Way to
start giving
just
away
raise
stuff.
spirits and immediately murder them.
That's my job. I'm a
Alright.
host. I loved Conkers. Another game I enjoyed playing, Final Fantasy VI. Did any of you guys ever play Final Fantasy VI? It was on the Super Nintendo, I believe, and also re-released on the PlayStation on Final Fantasy Anthologies. You got Final Fantasy VI and another Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I started on 7.
I started on 7.
started on 10.
That's the thing. I started.
Blitzball, man.
I started on 7, but I got into 6 afterwards. Like when I went to Super Mario RPG, now when I found it, whatever. It was such a great game, man. Like a rich storyline of a Final Fantasy. It was a very, very long game. You had 4 characters at any given time out of a possible, I think, like 16 people you can recruit throughout the way. Like the boss fights were incredible. The music, Nobu Utsumatsu, I believe, is the composer on all the Final Fantasy games. His work is out of control. To this day, I went to see Distant Worlds Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy Orchestra, where they play all the music. Ooh. I was tearing up when they were playing some of the Final Fantasy VI music, just because it's like my fucking childhood. I'm like, you're going back a long time to hear some of this stuff, and it was immaculate. If you haven't played it before, it plays just like any other Final Fantasy game. Lots of really cool swords and lots of conflict.
I like swords.
The guy you think's the bad guy isn't the main bad guy. He ends up being a bigger bad guy, but then it goes back and it's a bigger bad guy. But no, I really that one helped me out. I think that was 40 plus hours in a time where you didn't get that much play out of a game. Nice. You know. Anyone else?
I'm going to say one I did not vet earlier. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. That came out for the N64, I believe.
Oh, I'd have to add it to the list.
And
my list is getting bigger and bigger since we started talking.
I just remember, once again, you saying Blockbuster. We should have an ode to Blockbuster Day or something, because that was the greatest thing. But
saying,
anyway,
Blockbuster was OG.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, it was great.
It was straight up.
It was original Netflix.
It really was.
And I remember when we moved into my house in Florida, it was one of the main reasons why we moved to the town where we moved, because it was the Blockbuster was right up the street.
Hear that, boys?
Reason.
They got a Blockbuster in this town. We're moving.
Not lying. That was probably the greatest idea I've ever heard. No, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I just remember trying to figure out how to do a 920 without dying, manuals and ollies, and it was a lot of game mechanics.
Square character.
It was just square blocky character and
Some
some.
do manuals until Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah,
Was
Tony
that
Hawk 2,
two?
which just manuals.
That would
Yeah.
explain why I sucked at 1.
I can't figure it out.
But all I know is I just kept doing a Christ air every time
That's
from the
great. I
school.
love that
Like,
movie.
I love Jesus. And I'll just fall on my face.
Always looking for skates and whatever. And then
Yeah.
That was one of the only moves I could do on a real
That
skateboard.
game had so... It was impossible to do all of the challenges you had to do in that game.
come on, it's like Mortal Kombat. Like 4 people know how to do those 40 button combos, and the rest of us are just like punch, punch, kick, kick, sweep, sweep, and hope you're facing someone of equal. Because it's like, I mean, there's so much shit to do in that game. It's like while you're in the air, it's up, down, left. A, B, Q, flip your controller over, throw it across the room, get up, do a little dance, grab your controller, and hit X. And that's how you do the Indy 500
Horse.
or whatever.
I think that was original Sub-Zero's fatality.
I think that's how you did it, where you froze him and you kicked him to
But
pieces.
I just wanted to give an ode to that because another thing that just paved ways, because then you had the BMX one, which I want Matt Hoffman.
Matt Hoffman's
Yeah.
BMX.
BMX, and
There was a demo for that came with Tony Hawk 2, I think.
I played the
Yeah.
demo. Yep, that's how I don't think I played the game, but I enjoyed the demo. I mean, but it was like,
then the new gens destroyed these games by saying, "Hey, you can kick flip with your 2 analog sticks, and you'll fail every time.
Yeah.
just keep it simple. Let's just
Kiss.
keep it simple.
Just kiss it, kiss it,
Ew.
keep it simple."
All right. Well, now I got to bring up, because you just reminded me of all the talk of the RPGs. Quest 64.
I have an interesting story that revolves around playing Quest 64.
I'm not gonna lie, never heard or seen or played Quest 64.
I don't know if
I've
that's going to
heard
be a
and
detriment.
seen, but not played.
I don't know if that's a detriment to you or anything, but
feel bad.
I think you need to play it. It's a very broken
it's like-
game.
I
we
was,
said we're all in the same room, so we made it somehow.
I was at we're out of the vault. We did it. I was at school and I had rented it, and I wanted to play it so badly. Now, they were cleaning the asbestos and repainting our school because we had lived in fucking squalor. Our town was awful.
Nice.
And so I said I was getting sick from the paint fumes, and I went to the nurse's office. My mom wasn't home, so they called me a taxi to go back to my house.
What
This
school did you
first off,
go to?
you could not do any of this today. They called me a
No.
taxi and said, take him back to his house. So I went home, and my grandmother was there, and I'm like, oh, hey, Granddad, I'm going to go upstairs. I feel sick. And it just started playing Quest to death.
Oh god! See, this game was so weird because there was a stat system that had nothing to
Nothing
do
to
with
do
your
with anything.
character.
Yep.
Nothing. You would put allocated points into what they had 4 stats, 5 stats, something like that. Strength, the basics. It wouldn't do anything. Every freaking character, every enemy you ran into could kill you one hit, or it could just completely rip you apart. And the fighting mechanics was a lot like a Final Fantasy, where it was turn based, but you never did any damage whatsoever. It was
Sounds
so
like the
frustrating.
roughest.
I beat it, and I remember being disappointed with the ending.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at that point when I was young, that I
Mass
was
Effect?
disappointed with the video game.
Don't even get me started.
No. Yeah, Quest was one for the ages.
That's I love remarking on old games like that, like games like Jet Force Gemini. Broken
The
game,
dog's
but
name
still
was
good.
Lupus.
It's always lupus, guys. It's always lupus. No, but
Never lupus.
you could give your dog in that game. You can give them items and you can
Yeah.
give them stuff in your inventory. But
'Cause
they would in my game.
You could play like split screen multiplayer, and
Yeah.
everyone was a different
Yeah.
one of those 3 characters.
It was weird, but I remember when I played it, I would lose my inventory items if I gave it to my dog.
Can we give a quick ode to split screen multiplayer?
All right, let's do this together. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Yeah, that is, unfortunately, it's a dying thing. You can still do it with Borderlands, and they're going to keep that. 2K said they're going to keep.
How the fuck do you play Borderlands in split screen? That seems like it would be so hard.
People have big
Oh my
TVs.
god!
I've done it.
We had a fucking. You had a 13-inch TV when you were a kid. I could fit 5 of those on the screen I have right
I
now.
had 2 buttons.
And people were saying, how can you play split screen? It doesn't make any sense. I had the amount of TVs I could fit that I had in this TV that I have in here. I could easily. It's still my brain can't wrap my head around it now. Because I'm like, if I do split screen, I still feel like everything's fucked up and it's all crunched. But when we were kids, we played GoldenEye on like a 22-inch
We had-
floor
You
player.
also sat with your face like 2 inches from the
And
screen.
you had 2 things on the HUD. You had the gun and you had your health.
Nice.
Now I have
Hey,
my
don't
gun,
forget
my
about the ammo,
secondary
man.
weapon, my health, my armor. You have the time, the place, where your place is. I couldn't imagine all that information in a split screen.
Fallout's
Well,
good
you won't
about
have to
having
for much
no
longer.
See, what I want to do, I want to take like a 12-year-old kid who has no idea what the hell
Well,
GoldenEye
be
is.
careful how you phrase that statement. I want to
Why?
take a 12-year-old kid.
I no. I want to take a 12-year-old kid into my house. Oh no, I want to show him GoldenEye. I want him to play it and see how he would do.
a Nintendo 64 loaded up with GoldenEye to a child's house with the parents there
With the
signing
parents
consent
present,
Sign it.
consent
Sign
form.
it.
and
Consent
watching to make sure everything is legit.
Scientifically accurate.
Did you get a consent form, bro?
Bro, did you get that consent form?
Bro,
Bro.
do you even consent?
Do you even consent, bro?
Oh, I feel dirty.
Why do you feel dirty? It's a joke.
Yeah, GoldenEye was the shit.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of my next ones.
Go
First
for
thing
it.
I wanted to say, most of my
Segue.
friends had the N64, and I did get one eventually, but for a little while I was rocking the PS1 when it was just called the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And best games in there, of course, we mentioned Final Fantasy, so Final Fantasy 7 for me. And then I loved playing Jet Moto. You guys ever play that one?
what is that?
Once.
Remind me of Jet Moto.
It was like a jet ski game, but it's like a racing game.
Yes,
and you
that's the
had
one I
like
was
energy
thinking
beams
of.
that you would hook onto like sharp turns with and like run into people with.
Oh wait, that sounds awesome.
funny-
It was really
It
fun.
was freaking epic.
A funny note is actually PlayStation didn't become PS1 until they released the Slim. That's when it became PS1. Because
Well,
it was PlayStation when it was the big clunky
Regardless,
box.
it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
PlayStation for me at the time.
Yeah.
But so then eventually I did get an N64 that came with Ocarina of Time and
yes.
GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time got me into loving stories and games, got me loving playing campaigns. GoldenEye taught me how much fun it was to kill my friends.
with those bullets that were just giant rectangles that you'd shoot at people. GoldenEye was the first MMO. It was because obviously not MM,
It was an MO.
but it was
an MO.
like that was
an
what
M.
introduced me into playing multiplayer and wondering why isn't there a multiplayer to this? Why isn't there a multiplayer to this? And then unfortunately I have in recent years gotten my wish that every goddamn thing has an online multiplayer aspect, which I've already shoot the shit about, so I'll drop it there. But how many times did you fucking play with your friends for hours at a time?
Like 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. I think that's about right.
I think I punched one of my friends for using Oddjob. I think I punched him in the
Because
face.
because he was shorter.
Oh, and you couldn't
You'd
shoot him.
aim for the heads the normal level, but he's
Yep.
so short.
I was
yeah.
just Jaws.
See, I loved putting in the cheat for giant heads.
Big
yeah,
heads.
those
Oh,
are
the
the-
cheats.
The cheats on GoldenEye were so
Paintball.
Did you have
great.
the Game Shark?
Did you have a Game
Oh,
Shark?
yes, I had a Game Shark.
It was great.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I completely forgot about
Do you
Game
guys
Sharks.
remember Game Shark? You remember how there used to be separate items you used to put cheats into, like you'd plug your cartridge into a cartridge. Game Genie, Game Shark.
Yeah.
Oh, PlayStation had it too, where you put in a disc and this is how it worked. You'd put it was called Game Shark Lite. You put it in your PlayStation. It loads it up. You pick the game you're playing. You pick the cheats you want, and then it says pop out and put in the disc. So that's because it was disc based. Because everyone was like, "How can you do cheats on a disc based game?" And I'm like, "I like this. I like this so.
I like these so. Oh, that's great.
By the way, for those of you who are too young to know what these are,
Game
feel so
Genie,
bad.
baby."
I feel so bad.
Seriously,
I
if
think
you
I
don't know
know.
what a Game Shark is or a Game Genie, you need to look it up right now.
Are
because
there
it's so-
cheats anymore in the world?
There
like,
are
like,
some.
like actual game breaking cheats.
No, it's all mods now.
For PC.
Modding,
It's all modding, yeah.
modding is the new cheat code.
Right.
Like, I mean, GTA still has its infinite guns, blow
Yeah,
shit
but
up,
it
and whatever.
lasts for 5 minutes or some bullshit.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, and it turns off trophies, which if you like trophies, once you turn on cheats, you can't do them anymore. But it's like, yeah, I mean, cheats, now it's like, now they'll have a cheats section, and all
in
it
the
is
pause
like
menu.
skins for your character.
Yeah.
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 And
and
you're
you
like,
have to buy them.
but yeah, like cheats now, mods are the new cheats.
Oh,
like,
speaking of cheats, I don't know if any of you guys were PC players when you were younger, but StarCraft?
I
Did
love
any?
StarCraft.
That's on the list.
Is it on the list?
It's on the list.
High five me across mics. Dude,
Guys, don't hit your mics together. That's not.
those aren't our mics.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I am gonna be the horrible, not safe for work guest star. I'm
Nazi?
sorry. What?
What?
The Nazi
I said
for
not
work.
safe
You're
for
Nazi?
work.
Nazi?
Not
You're
safe
saying you're a
for
Nazi
work.
for work? He likes duck cunts? You guys are awful.
Oh no, but that's what I loved about StarCraft was the lore and the cheats that you can throw into it. Like what invincibility was power overwhelming.
Yeah.
Show me the money was you got 20,000 credits
What was
invest
the
me in
cow?
gas.
There was a cow cheat. Remember? What
It was
it?
a nod to Warcraft, I think,
Right.
was the cows, because it's something weird with cows.
Oh,
in it.
Mad Cow, Mad Black Cow. It showed you the rest of the map.
Whoa.
That's what it was called.
Yeah,
That's what it
it
was
showed
called.
the map. It showed the map.
It showed the entire map. It gave you a full awareness of the map.
Okay.
Blizzard
Yeah,
and their
promise.
cows, because there was like the cow level in Diablo 2.
Yeah, something. I think it's a nod to
Is it a Warcraft?
Warcraft, something to do with cows. I don't know.
StarCraft was just never one of those games I just never got into.
I only got into it years after. Well, because there's 15 years between it and the second one. I got into it because a buddy of mine played it, and I got it for free.
I love
loaded it
to
up.
See, I got into it because I hated World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Just regular.
See, my
Oh,
PC,
Warcraft. My
Warcraft,
bad,
yeah.
bad.
my
Not the
PC
online
gaming
portion.
jumped from Oregon Trail original to like Doom.
What about?
Dang.
Well, you're skipping over Sim City. You remember My Cousin Vinny? The cheat. So it's a cheat. It's like, oh, they're gonna give you $250,000. The one thing you forget is that it's loaning you $250,000.
What?
So you would use it over and over and over again, and all of a sudden it'd come to mature, and you're negative millions of dollars. And this, I never have successfully run a city in Sim
what is
City.
this?
No, me neither.
I would build a city, I'd make it really cool, and then I'd get no money, and my population wouldn't grow, and I'd link it to other cities, and they'd say, we don't want you.
I gotta go back to StarCraft though.
Oh,
'cause I want
sorry.
to ask you guys: did you ever play, did you ever mod your own maps or use map settings?
I
maps?
never did. My best friend growing up did. And
That was above my head at the time.
It was so much fun because I don't know how many Dragon Ball Z versions of StarCraft.
My God.
Because people would change the names, be like Goku, Vegeta, and you have like 100 Vegetas rushing across the maps. They were, like,
Vegeta?
Zerglings or something
Whoa.
like that.
Chicken vaginas?
And then if you got Hydralisks, they'd be Super Saiyan Vegeta level 1 or something like that.
Oh,
and then, but
that's
my
great.
favorite StarCraft map setting mod was God mods, where one player was God, and the other like 7 had to like try to appease him. And if like you were happy with one player, you would give them more resources so they could murder other people. It was so much fun.
Nice.
It's
I
like
never played
it's
that,
like
but I
Sim
want to.
StarCraft edition.
Yeah. Well, that's the
love it.
thing. Sim City, all these Sims open up that kind of thing. Like StarCraft is basically Sim City on another planet with aliens that are trying to kill you. So I guess it's completely different than Sim City.
Not completely, except that
happened
they
in
have
Sim
nothing
City.
to do with each other.
The
yeah.
giant like octopus robots.
I would just
that
build,
come
yeah,
out?
I would
Or
just
the
build up a
crab-
city, and then I just do natural disaster after natural disaster.
That's
I throw a
fun.
tornado here, drop a meteor there, get a
All my
giant.
neighborhoods become impoverished eventually. And you might as well blow them up with a
You throw
giant
the robot from The Incredibles starts
Yeah.
taking apart your town. That weird, nice. But yeah, I like those games. Those sim games are always good. I mean, like anything. Oh, Command and Conquer, Red Alert.
Okay, what was
Alert.
the big deal about those?
They were-
Command and Conquer and Red Alert. I
At the
still see
time-
sequels of them coming out
Here's
now,
the-
and I
at,
don't know
at the
what hell.
time, they were fucking. It was something else. Like you're like, oh wow, this is really cool. I'm commanding an army. I'm conquering
I really
people.
loved Empire Earth.
I don't think I ever played it.
Empire Earth. Yeah.
That was great because it
Never
was like
played
you'd
that one.
start out in like the Stone Age as like cavemen.
See, that's
And
what I like
it
about
evolved
Civilization.
all
What
the
was
way
the
up to,
RTS
it was like Civilization.
Yeah.
What was the RTS clone to that? It was Empire Earth and
Spore.
Four.
oh, I loved that game so much.
Made so many dick characters.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys
That's-
play Spore?
We did, but
I
that's
did.
that's a conversation for not our retro podcast.
I think that's pretty old because no one freaking plays that anymore.
Is that still within a decade?
I think it's still within a decade. Yeah, it was
No.
when I was in
The
college.
most pirated game.
Yeah.
How about for the handheld? You guys play like Pokemon Red and Blue back in the day?
Oh,
Red
no.
only.
yellow only?
I did
I was
blue. I did
blue.
blue and yellow. Eventually.
I'm sorry. I should rephrase that because the rules was red and blue and then yellow. I played red and then yellow
Yeah.
Gotcha.
because it didn't come out at the same time. Because I wanted a Pikachu. I wanted my Pikachu.
Well, because yellow, it wasn't just that. Yellow was like based on the TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Way to go. Way to just reskin a game, put no extra effort into it, and then everybody bought it.
Everyone bought it.
Yep.
It was Pokemon.
I was
dude.
a
mean,
dumbass.
Pokemon?
Still buy it now.
When I was a kid, I was fucking retarded. I traded my Game Boy for a bucket of Legos.
wow.
Not even a joke. And then I realized I made a bad trade, and everybody's families did well, he made the trade. You gotta teach him young. And I'm like, fuck. I got grounded.
That's cool.
Dang it.
I lost my Game Boy and all my games in a casino in
You bet them?
in Reno, Nevada when I was 16.
Nice.
I was not supposed to be in there.
Did you bet them on the craps table?
No, I had them in a backpack and I forgot it, and I went back and found the backpack, and my plane ticket was still in there, thank God, but the games were gone.
I did that in the airport once. I left a backpack behind. They're still looking for me. Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember trading because
Oh,
I had
the link cable?
the link because
Yeah.
I had red and a kid that I hated,
You
but
had to go make
he's the only
friends with
one
someone who
blue.
had a link.
So he had a link cable in blue. I wanted a Pokemon, and so I would deal with him for the hour it took for our games to download the kilobytes of
It took-
information
So
so
long.
much information, dude.
just for a freaking jinx.
It's not even. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're acting like you were downloading the information. All the
there.
info was already there. You're literally just unlocking it, which should have been automatic, but they made us wait there for like 20 minutes. Oh, your guy's going up into the tunnel, and then, oh, there it goes, and here it comes. Oh, look at him.
It was revenge for World War II.
We did some bad things,
It made him really upset.
and
Did
they
you guys
think,
ever have it like one of your dick friends or someone you know like delete your Pokemon game?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
My younger brother.
My best friend's little brother did that to me
Yeah.
one time.
Younger
they're,
brother.
they're
I was
no
playing
longer my
those games, I
friend
didn't
nor
go
on this
places.
earth.
And I used to get mad at my little brother who, whenever we had to do road trips or anything like that, he would ask to play my game. And one time I let him. Deleted. Gone.
Yeah, they overwrite your save file. I want to be save file number 1.
Goodbye, level
So
60
glad I grew up
Charizard.
as an only child with no friends.
I'm glad you continued that. Get out.
I have a sister. The only video game she ever owned was the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen game for PlayStation.
You
Loved
should be
it.
ashamed. Ashamed. Another game that I liked from the past that I'm just going to steal from someone else's thing is Tekken. Tekken. I respect Tekken 1 because they allowed glitches to stay in there to continue gameplay.
Interesting.
So, if you think about fighting games before Tekken and 3D fighting, first thing, 3D fighting was an amazing thing. But juggles started off as glitches.
Aren't those people who follow Insane Clown Posse?
Juggalos.
Juggalos. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember when you said you knew things, Matt?
Matt knows things.
Man, those things. But Tekken was another game. It was like it was a glitch. You hit somebody and they were flying back, and you hit them again, and it registered more damage. It was a glitch they decided to keep because it just allowed for bigger and bigger combos.
Interesting.
And then most fighting games just decided to keep going with that because Street Fighter. I want to make sure I say Street Fighter 1 all the way up to Ultra. If someone's falling back, you can't hit them.
No. Yeah.
And so,
Yes. Yes.
and
go
so
on.
now,
Yes.
like higher level fighting game people, like a fighter, higher level.
The champagne's here.
We speak English.
The higher level fighting game people.
Yes, those people.
Those people.
They continue to exploit glitches to do bigger and bigger combos.
Just
I
like we
still love it, though.
exploit other countries to do things for us.
to get bigger and
Now
bigger
we're getting
combos.
oddly political here.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the
surrounded
segue.
by Dr. Evils.
Yes. No,
Oh.
I was being racist Indian, man.
Yeah, but it came close to Dr. Evil at one point before I realized that's what.
No,
I
no,
wanted
it's
to-
not really. No.
I wanted to ask if anyone else got as scared as I did with Resident Evil on the PS.
My
Never
brother.
playing.
My brother.
What?
I
What?
thought. Okay.
You never
No,
play?
he's not a big horror. Like, he's scary games, not his thing.
What?
Not doing it.
It's a black
Oh
thing,
man.
Yeah, it's a black thing. He keeps wanting to ask them why they're taking a shower, and he shouts out the answers while other people are trying to quiet them.
He got out of the house.
My brother rewrote history for me because I thought my brother played these games all the time, and I was borrowing them from him. It turns out I'm talking to him online now, and he goes, "Dad, I don't know how you were able to play those games, dude. I was terrified. I just watched you play them." And I'm like, "You watched me? I thought I watched you play them." And I'm like, "But dude, those games were fucking scary as hell."
They were insane. The first Resident Evil, when you walked into the hall, the guy getting his neck ripped open
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time seeing
I
a
have
zombie as a
that.
kid.
They did the HD remake. You can get it on PS4. They
Yeah,
have
I
that
know.
for
I saw
1 and
that. I
2
saw
now,
that. I've been
think.
thinking about getting it.
I played it for a few minutes. It's just it's still terrifying. Resident Evil, man.
Dude, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill 3 scares the living fuckholes out of me.
That is one franchise I've never touched and I never will. Silent
Which
Hill
one
scares
was the
the
Silent
crap out
Hill
of me.
where it was really foggy?
The bunny one?
There was one.
one?
There
It
was.
makes sense contextually.
Okay,
I swear.
good.
I don't know because I didn't play it. I just I'll read and watch about it because I respect what the
I
game mechanics
only
are.
played 3 and 4.
There
And
was
it
a
wasn't 4. Silent Hill 3 I felt like had some fog, but it probably was 1 or 2 that
There
you're
was a
thinking of.
Silent Hill that was super foggy because the
Because the
console
ocean was evaporating, creating a fog.
no what
like
the
that's like
graphics the graphics card in the system that it was built was not strong enough to render the entire city at the same
So
time.
Your
Fog
console's
sake.
actually
So they-
causing. Like,
So they caused a fog, so it only had to open up what you're near.
Oh, that's genius.
And so they use an atmosphere to cover up a technological issue.
It's like shadows.
Hey, it's
yeah.
smart,
It's
man.
smart.
If you can't handle what they need in the game,
like
You can't handle the graphics!
It's like any PC game that gives you the option of how far you want the loadout to show you. You know.
I don't know why Minecraft gives me the option to have Quake 3 for my field of view. You turn because you can turn the field of view all the way up, and it literally it does the like the rounded thing, and you're like, why do it?
That is
Like,
weird.
I'm inside it. Oh, Minecraft.
Next
man.
step is to get 3 monitors around you so you can do the quick.
Next
view.
step is to get a goddamn Ver.
Hey, you guys remember original
Brr.
Minecraft called Dig Dug?
Dig Dug, yes, it was a retro 80s arcade
80s
game.
I
arcade
actually
game.
go over to the 1UP. They have all those games at the 1UP.
I love
there.
1UP
And they have all
that
those
reason.
games. I love playing Dig Dug. I have Namco Museum, or I had it on the PS3, which had 6 Namco games. And I would just sit there and play Dig Dug all night.
Jesus.
That and I think Galaga or something like that.
You guys,
Arcades, the original microtransactions.
Topical.
God damn it. We gotta go back to arcade. There's one solid arcade over in the heart of Los Angeles. It's called Family Arcade. It has like it has your Street Fighter 2. It has your Mortal Kombat 2.
Where
and
did they
3.
get all my stuff?
I'm sorry, they got all the cabinets.
They
and stuff.
took my Street Fighter 2.
The Playboy pinball game.
Yeah. The one that they took out of a lot of arcades.
Do they have any of the Jurassic Park games?
No Jurassic Park.
You're not talking about the,
Star Wars Arcade is there.
I love Star Wars.
Family Arcade. It's called
Yes,
Family
I know
Arcade.
that one.
Right across from Los Angeles City College. It's pretty amazing. Don't go there once
Yeah,
the sun
but you
goes
gotta
down.
go to Los
They,
Angeles.
well, interestingly enough, they
True.
have that game HD edition at the Castle Park here in LA.
They do.
They
I
do.
we saw that
The-
as we were leaving there the other day. Down over
Star
at
Wars
my-
Arcade?
Yeah.
That's the only game in any arcade cabinet that I can complete with one life.
Really,
I can get start to finish.
we might have to take him
Yeah, we
to
might.
go
With
finish
one
this.
life.
Yeah.
We'll get
I am that good.
And then we'll play mini golf and eat pizza and talk about
Our
how our
feelings.
parents are coming to pick us up soon.
Dude,
Hey, adults go to arcades, man.
Yeah,
Especially
but kids go to
ours.
Castle Park.
guys,
We
guys,
go there ironically, but anyways, this is
we
all
go to Chuck E.
geographical
Cheese.
stuff. No, we legally
went
can't.
there. We went there the day I was getting my brakes done in my car,
have
so I was
to.
just yelling and swearing because of how much it costs to fix my brakes. Like, there's kids over here.
I did have to say that at once. We went there because, yeah. No, you can't go to Chuck E. Cheese unless you have a kid who's 13 years or under. You can't just go there.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
because you're a fucking pedophile. It's flat out.
One, I do understand and respect that rule.
2, you're a
And
pedophile?
it's bullshit.
Because...
Why
Cheese
is there?
the shit?
You can go get
because
an
they
arcade
sell-
anywhere else.
They
Anywhere.
sell beer
Go
there.
play-
They
you can
do.
buy beer in stores.
But you can't buy beer.
Look, any of
You
us
have
can go
access to the
go to
base
a bar.
ingredient.
And this is why they have Dave
not
and
with
Buster's.
pizza and video games.
No, yes, any of us can
Oh
literally...
yeah, that's what barcades exist now.
like, that's a thing now.
Barcades, yes.
Barcades exist now.
And the
Bunch
best
of
part,
video
there's
games.
no
Unless
fucking kids.
But they need to get better. Barcades are upsetting me because they need to get better games because they have.
It's because the people who are making the barcades are not video gamers. They're just doing it for the trend. Like, even the guys who own the 1UP, like, they're not gamers. They're just thought, hey,
At
here's
all.
a great idea.
No, it's a gastropub, and they're like, "Hey guys, let's
Like,
just
as you can
throw
tell
in some
with the-
arcade games in the back."
with their hipster fucking menu that they have. They're,
Hey,
you know, it's like, whatever. But yeah,
Speaking of hipsters, if you guys are ever in Portland, Oregon, you got to check out Ground Control. It's control spelled with a K.
Ground
It is,
Control
like the
to
coolest
Major
arcade.
Tom.
Oh my god, it's.
Commencing
I'm usually down with the
countdown
singing, but I'm trying to say
engines
something.
on.
So,
Check ignition and may God's love be with you.
Anyway, ground
This
control.
is-
it's a barcade. But they remodeled it like 3 years ago to make the whole place look like it's out of Tron.
I like that
Really
idea.
cool.
Oh wait, I think I saw this on Reddit somewhere.
Okay.
Talking about this.
And they have
Read it on Reddit.
They have like rock
Read
band
it. Are
you
tournaments
admitting
on this
that
giant
you go to
screen
Reddit?
in the main
on
lobby.
the internet.
What's
You
that?
never admit that you have Reddit.
No,
account on the
I was just
internet.
saying
Why?
that.
I never really.
I never
honestly
understood
never
that
went
rule,
there.
and neither
but what's
am
the
I-
big deal about Reddit?
You can call. Hey, you know what? You can call me a lurk.
Back way slowly.
No, what's the deal? What's the problem?
It's an unsung rule that you're supposed to be anonymous about it, and if you do, you have to admit that you're a lurker.
You
or
gotta
something
be
like that.
anonymous about a public website that is literally everywhere when you Google information.
Oh yeah, but yeah. It's,
Cool.
It's
Well, that rule specifically is OG rule.
Cool.
that's
I get it.
OG 4chan
I get it.
rule.
My bad.
We can't talk about that website.
I've never. What website?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Talking about retro gaming.
I miss Blockbuster.
I can go to a Blockbuster building that's turned into a FedEx. It still has the Blockbuster
There
sign
was a
outside of it.
Blockbuster.
You can
around
come
the
over to
corner-
my place and pay me to borrow my video games if you want.
No, there was a
Seems like a good
Blockbuster
idea.
Actually, I like that idea.
around the corner from my job, all the way up to about 6
There's one
months
down
ago.
the street from here, right? There's one over by that In-N-Out? Or it just says Blockbuster still?
There was one on Fulton and Riverside.
Riverside.
I'm
I live
thinking
right
the
next
one
to
on
it.
Van Nuys.
By the way, we probably shouldn't be
Yeah, there
giving
was one there.
geographical coordinates to the areas that we live in.
We don't live on those streets, though. Or do we?
We do not. Actually, two of us live together. Me and Chase. We're lovers.
For 3 years.
3 years.
4 years, sorry.
I just met you today. So.
We should probably wrap up. We've been going on. Do you guys have any final things you want to talk about?
No, I think we touched on mine at least.
We were talking about the Sim City games earlier. I got a shout out to The Sims.
Sims.
That was a big one
Sims.
for me.
Build
good.
mode.
Super
drowning
Smash
people.
Brothers Melee
Yep.
over the first one. The second
Is
one
it melee
was-
or melee?
Melee.
I think either is fine. Doesn't matter.
They said melee in GameCube when it
Melee,
came
that's
out.
fine. Jedi Outcast was one of the big one for me. GTA 3, obviously that was what got I think most of us
Oh, yeah,
into
that's
GTA as a franchise.
How about Jedi Academy?
Jedi Academy was good. I liked that you could use different types of lightsabers in that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that they got rid of like you cutting off people's heads and hands.
It was too much for them to render.
Plus, it was
apparently.
really I cheated a lot with those, or not cheated, but well, okay, yeah, I cheated a lot. I like to go into the code and like add my own NPCs and stuff like that and make it a lot like bigger and grander.
That's so awesome.
Because it was like
Jesus,
it was like the
never did
same
that.
time that Attack of
above
the
my head
Clones
at the
came
time.
out.
Yeah.
When Attack of the Clones came out, and there was that giant Jedi battle in the arena.
Oh, yeah,
I was
in,
like, I want to have
on
that.
Geonosis, right?
Yeah, so I would do that in the games.
Sorry.
Geonosis.
Kindred spirits over here.
Yeah.
Just
But they, whenever you would use any kind of cheats or anything like that in Jedi Academy, it would fuck up the rest of your gameplay, which is why I eventually was like, I don't want to like mess with it too
I don't want
much.
to do that anymore.
But what I would eventually what I would do is I just load up multiplayer maps or custom maps and then just throw in my own NPCs and freeze them until I was ready to go, and then I'd unfreeze and be like, begin! It's
Oh,
tournament
that's
with
awesome.
everyone.
Jedi Academy is something I just picked up like recently. But yeah, no, Matt's looking at me like we have to wrap up.
Oh no, I'm just wondering if do we have to admit that we're lurkers now? I'm still confused.
I think
Who
I'm
cares?
trolling.
I don't care.
But do we do that to save face?
No, it's just trolling.
Okay, so I don't care. then.
Reddit. You can say you go on Reddit. Do not admit your subreddits beyond whatever's on the default front page.
Front
That's
page.
so dumb. What the fuck?
It's you know what?
Like, I
It's
would've
an online
understood that-
community that got rules.
I would have
You just
understood that
abuse them.
when it first started, but now everyone's on it.
I feel,
Yes, but there's some like really creepy subreddits.
No, I know that. That's
You can go
that's where I
down
go.
the rabbit hole.
You go deep down
in
there.
the
No, I didn't know any of that crap. So I'm like, I think I've been to Reddit once or twice. I think I posted our podcast on the new podcast Reddit part that they have, and that's about it. I never really. I feel like I was like,
I mean, dude,
I always say
man.
if it's on Reddit and it's good enough, eventually it'll show up on Facebook.
fair enough.
Eventually. Yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to WWE SmackDown, which was the only wrestling mechanic game that I actually liked.
Undertaker.
Yeah, that lasted for about 5 years, and then THQ took it over and changed the game mechanic. But
Yeah.
You can always count on someone doing that.
yep, but I love those games, and just want to say I miss you. Old
miss you
school
too.
Wrestling game mechanics.
I miss you too. Anyway, Brooke, where can we find you, buddy?
On Twitter at Brook_33.
Lamar.
You can find me at DA1 Afro Ninja on pretty much all social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Vine,
Find
Twitch.
you on Pinterest.
Chastity?
And you can chastity. You can find me at Chasey LA 1093. Chase with a Y, ladies and gents.
And I guess if you wanted to talk to me, which I don't think you would. it's
No
not-
one wants to talk to Matt.
See?
All right,
No one
so
likes
great.
Matt.
No one
It's
wants
great
to talk
talking
with
to
you.
you,
It's
Matt.
all
Stop it.
right. Now every week here, folks.
Hold on. I just want to say, from all of us here at Matt in the Man Cave, we all hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, happy Turkey Day, all
Happy Turkey
y'all.
Day, to
Have-
everyone.
Yeah.
You're lying in bed in a coma because you ate too much turkey and stuffing.
What, for
what are you
3
gonna
days?
do? You can't even open your eyes. All you can do is listen to Matt in the Man Cave.
Pro holiday tip
This
there,
has
people.
been my NPR voice.
If you're going to be eating a lot of turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes this year, switch to hard alcohol. It takes up less space in your stomach, so you have less of a chance to vomit early. Though I highly suggest vomiting and eating more Thanksgiving food every Thanksgiving. Anyway, every week I like to get the guests in here to say our catchphrase. So it's, as we say here every week on Matt in the Man Cave, see you later. So we're gonna roll you.
I screwed it up.
We're gonna roll you into this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go hard out on this
Me and
one.
Brooke gonna mess it up.
And and Brook and Lemar like to give.
I already got it. I already got it planned.
I'm glad.
sitting
here waiting.
So, as we say here every week on Matt in the Man Cave, see you
you later.
later.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, it's not even Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa, bitches.
Oh yeah, happy
Oh fuck! I
Kwanzaa.
gotta save Christmas. I'll see you guys.
Have a question you want answered? Have a game you want us to discuss? Just want to tell us to go fuck ourselves? Find us on Facebook under Matt in the Man Cave, on Twitter at TheMattCave42, and you can email us at TheMattCave42@gmail.com.
The views and opinions of the individuals on this podcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Matt in the Man Cave and its affiliates.